Welcome to Extol Live, sponsored by Cutter Woodworking and the New Washington State Bank. I'm your host, Colin Wood, and coming up this Friday, we're going to head into French Lick Winery where they're celebrating their 25th anniversary. We go into Maker mode in Jeffersonville, and you're going to be invited to the upcoming Monarch Festival at Mount Fest. And we have an important message for those who have furry friends. Now that's all coming up and more on today's Extol Live. Cheers to French Lick Winery, which celebrates its 25th anniversary on Sunday, and you're invited.
Welcome to French Lick Wine and Spirits. We are so excited to be joining Extol Live Treat Yourself Tuesdays. We are also really excited to be talking about our 25th anniversary, which was actually technically last year, but 2020 being what it was, we pushed it off to this year. Tamara, who is our assistant manager and just an expert at our wines and spirits, is going to be making a couple of our signature drinks. These are our dry and semi-dry wines. Most of these come out of our vineyard. Anything that says Heaven's View is our vineyard. It's an 8 or 9 acre vineyard out in Lagodi, Indiana, way out in the middle of nowhere. We produce small batches of dry wines that are sold only in the tasting room. We've also got a port and a cream sherry style dessert wine. These are both 17 to 19% alcohol and quite delicious. The Moncherry took double gold this year at the Finger Lakes competition, which we're really excited about. This is our sweet wine. Coco is our mascot for the sweet wines. These are the wines that are distributed throughout Indiana, Kentucky, and some of Mississippi. And French Lick Red and White are kind of our signature sweet wines. Down here, these three, they're down here. Blackberry, rhubarb, and cherry pie are our fruit wines. So these are made from the whole fruit. And this year we are premiering or releasing for the first time at our 25th anniversary a semi-sweet blackberry wine. It's going to be called the Winemaker's Cut, and it's going to have a dry style label that we're really excited to release. It's kind of a new design for us, but this is a special project of the winemaker. He took a small batch of his normal blackberry wine and made it the way he, as a dry wine drinker, would like to drink it. So it's a little bit truer to the natural fruit flavor and fruit aromas, and it's quite delicious. I'm really excited to share it with all of you. It's going to be a tasting room only release for the time being, and hopefully we will get some of it into distribution throughout Indiana if you guys like it. And this is just the rest of our sweet line. We also have a couple of sparkling wines. The French Tickle is made from the Catawba grape and is actually a sparkling version of our Pretty in Pink. And Eleganza is a blend of Niagara and Vignoles grapes. Down here is our bottled and bond bourbons. This is something new that we started coming out with last year as our distillery turned 4 years old. So a lot of people say that they didn't realize French Lick Winery also had a distillery, which we do. It's Spirits of French Lick. And as our distillery turned 4 last year, we were able to come out with 4-year bottled and bond bourbons. So bottled and bond means that it's the product of one distillery, one distiller, one distilling season, and it's a minimum of 4 years old. These were all double pot distilled, aged in new American oak barrels. We are actually the largest pot distilled distillery in Indiana, which is pretty exciting. Lee Sinclair is our flagship product. It is a 4-grain bourbon. The mash bill is corn, oats, wheat, and barley. The oats is something unique that we are able to do as a pot still distillery. Oats tend to gum up the works in a column still, but we can process it through a pot still. And the oats add a creamy mouthfeel to the bourbon and a sweetness that's really just delightful. It's a very nice, easy sipping bourbon. Maddie Gladden is our high rye bourbon. William Dalton is our wheated bourbon that we just actually came out with in May. The William Dalton and the Morning Glory are our two new releases. Morning Glory is a kasha bourbon. It's made with toasted buckwheat, and we are very excited about that one as well. And down here we have got two of our signature cocktails made by Tamara. This is the Pecan Old Fashioned made with William Dalton, our wheated bourbon. And then this is the Pineapple Fizz. It is made with our special pineapple infused vodka. And look, it's just beautiful. It looks amazing. Our 25th anniversary celebration will be September 12th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We'll have a variety of vendors out providing samples of their goods. We'll have live music, and Drift Coastal Italian, the new restaurant that is here in the winery, will be providing hors d'oeuvres. We'll also have a fun little swag bag for everybody that comes out. Those are $25 a piece, and they will have a commemorative wine glass as well as a couple of goodies inside of them. And then we will be premiering two new wines that day, the Winemaker's Cut Blackberry that I told you about earlier, as well as a special red blend that is our 25th anniversary red blend called La Donna Rosa. So come out September 12th, it's a Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we would love to have you. I've now come over to our gift shop that is managed by Claudia, our wonderful front of house manager. She does a tremendous job with this gift shop. There's a variety of locally sourced products in here, ranging from handmade jewelry to hand-painted wine glasses. It is a true destination here at French Lick Wine and Spirits. In addition to your tastings or the meal that you might have at Drift Italian, you can come and pick up some branded wine glasses, stoppers, mugs, coffee. We just have a variety of products here. These are the wines that medaled at the recent Finger Lakes competition in 2021. The Monarch that I was talking about earlier got double gold, and several others did very well as well. Our sweet wine, French Lick Red, took a gold this year. We were really excited about that. Cherry Pie is another of our whole fruit wines that I was talking about earlier. That one won double gold at the Finger Lakes competition this year. These are the various awards that the spirits have won. Several of them, as you can see, have done very well at various competitions. The Lee W. Sinclair, which is our signature 4-grain bottled in bond bourbon, won double gold at the Denver International Spirits Competition this year. And Maddie Gladden, our high rye bourbon, took silver at that competition. Lee Sinclair was the bourbon that Fred Minnick actually awarded us non-Kentucky Bourbon of the Year for. We have a wonderful partnership with Make and Muddle, a local company that provides us with these delicious elixirs that a lot of our signature drinks are made with. They're so good. These are some of the hand-painted wine glasses that I was talking about earlier. These are some of our locally sourced goodies, chocolates from Jasper Chocolates and cookies from the Sisters.
Jared with Drift Coastal Italian here, and we're very excited to be a part of helping French Lick Winery celebrate their 25th year anniversary. We're going to be offering some hot hors d'oeuvres in Butler Pass style. And so if you're in town throughout that period of time in September, stop by, save some time for lunch. We're doing an upscale Italian, coastal Italian themed menu as well, so we'd love to have you.
Thanks for joining us this Friday for Extol Live. Now, we head into Jeffersonville for an inside look at Maker13.
Well, this is Maker13. We're a community workshop. We're a nonprofit. We started about 5 years ago. November will be our 5th anniversary. It's just a collaboration of makers, people that come in here, and whether they're an artist or they just have a craft that they want to expand on, but a lot of those people have since turned in that craft or hobby into a small business.
So I have a jewelry business, and I also incorporate a lot of leather. So I'll use like the laser cutter and 3D print things, and then from there I can kind of prototype things and cast them or water jet cut them. So I kind of use it as a prototyping sort of scenario, and also for like making individual components out of different materials.
We joined 3 years ago. It was completely as a hobby. My husband wanted to make something for our 5th wedding anniversary. We didn't realize that that was going to kind of springboard into building a business out of Maker13. It truly is a community, whether you just want to make something for yourself or for your home, or if you are like us and kind of have like this spin-off and it turns into something a little bit more.
We've partnered with some of our community partners that have been in through here and community leaders, but it goes over everything from how to write a business plan, competitive market analysis of your product, all the way to marketing and branding, and then the legal setup of like how do you start up a business, like how do you file for your tax ID, what do you need to do to set up your bank account, and goes over all of that legal things that I think a lot of people don't think of when they're like, hey, I'm going to start a business. So hopefully when they're done with the 6-month program, they have a product ready to sell, and then they also have a full business plan that they can go off of and continue on after the 6 months.
For the first time ever, Monarch Festival and Mount Fest have joined forces for a family-friendly affair you won't want to miss. Let's take a look.
Hello, I am Brian Bell, the Executive Director at the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana, and we want to invite you to join us for the Monarch Festival at Mount Fest this year, taking place on September 18th from 12 to 8 p.m. This event will be family fun that will include the Monarch educational experience, as well as the Kids Zone with lots of inflatables for the kiddos, including Kona Ice. And we will also have lots of local bands that will take place through the evening. Please consider joining us for this great family fun event. Please go to sowintoart.org/events. Again, sowintoart.org/events.
Here at Cutter Woodworking, I'm a CNC programmer and operator. So my previous job, I had a pretty long drive, about an 1.5-hour drive from home, and I just wasn't happy there, so I decided I would come to Cutter's. It was closer to home. I heard some good things about it, so I decided to come in, put an application in, and now I am super happy that I did, and I'm thankful that I did. I enjoy my time here. It's a great place to work. Here we have great benefits. It's family-owned business. They're always out and about. There's tons of job opportunities out there. There's plenty of opportunities to be able to move up. If you prefer a different job, or maybe you like something better, there's always some openings here and there that could better yourself, better your future here, and also better the company. Anybody out there that's searching or thinking about putting in a job application, or even just coming in and checking out the place, I highly recommend it. I don't think you would ever be disappointed. I think you would actually be pretty happy with the decision, a year down the road or 5 years down the road. I don't think you would ever look back. I know I sure haven't.
Thanks again for joining us for Extol Live. We're live every Friday at 11 a.m. Now, switching gears, we've experienced a much cooler, less humid week, but those temps really rise inside our rides. Here's important information on what we all need to keep in mind for this Furry Friday.
Here at the New Albany Floyd County Animal Shelter, this summer's been brutal for everybody. Staff and our animals have been doing extra things just to stay cool. We have pools outside for the animals to get in when it's cool. We have to be careful. We have to even hose down the blacktop before the animals go out and play sometimes. Think about this with your pets at your house. Hey, you know what you could do that would be extra special? Put some ice in their water bowl. You like to have ice in your drink. Do the same for your pets. Simple things like this means you care. Take care of your pets.
Now, since it's Furry Friday, I want to show a quick pic of one of my furry friends. This is Oreo, who my family and I rescued after someone tossed her out the window on the interstate. Now, I'll spare you the details, but I promise you we're going to make sure that the rest of her life is the exact opposite of how it started. Now, it's been 11 weeks since we first started our weekly live stream here, and we appreciate all the support and hope you've enjoyed whether today's your first time joining us or you've been with us since the start. Here's a flashback this Friday on our first ever show, which we had a theme of unity featuring the Lincoln Bridge.
Once again, thank you for joining us for Unity Works, an Extol media production presented by Cutter Woodworking. Thanks to Kentuckiana Mortgage Group, to the Elder Company, thank you to Duke Energy, the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana, Work One, and also to the Barber Academy and Marshall Pence for sponsoring this. Extol will be live on our YouTube and our Facebook page at 11 o'clock every single Friday, starting today with this kickoff. And if you missed it, the great thing about it is not only will we be sharing those both on YouTube and on our Facebook page, but we'll be sharing the segments throughout the week. I think this is the fitting way to end a production about unity with Lincoln Bridge. Grab your hankies. Take it away. Let's rise up.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. Can't find that fighter. I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. Move mountains. All right, like today. All right, afraid. Silence is quiet. Feels like it's getting hard to breathe. Know you feel like dying, but I promise you we'll take the world to its feet. Ooh, mountain. Ooh, mountain. All right. I'll rise up, I'll rise away, I'll rise up, I'll rise up, I'll do it 1,000 times again. We'll do it 1,000 times again. Thank you.
And for joining us, thank you to Lincoln Bridge. Let's rise up. And again, you're invited to join us from 1 to 4 p.m. today here at Extol Studios, 1638 East Market Street in New Albany. Thank you so much.
Thanks again for joining us for Extol Live. We'll be back next week at 11 a.m. with a lineup of great guests and maybe a furry friend. I'm Colin Wood, and this has been Extol Live, and I'll see you next week.